Hello peeps, Deadbug Davey is back and I finally have pulled my finger out and I'm doing an on-board review test ride of the brand new H2SX SE Plus, which is the one with the electric suspension. I've only just ridden it down the road. First initial impressions are it's very much like the old one. It's been a year or so probably since I've actually ridden the other one, so I can't really compare the two. Feels very Kawasaki, very solid bike, very easy to ride, very smooth. I had the suspension on the wrong setting. I don't know what it was. I've been trying to figure out how to actually set it up, but it's different to the KTMs and other bikes I've ridden, so yeah. It looks like it's got new Brembos on it. I don't think they were on the other one. They're nice brakes. I like those. I like the silver. I do like this colour. Not much has changed really. Still don't like the exhaust, rear light. I don't know. It's still, yeah, it's not as bad as the new Versys. I'll give it that. So, but I really like the bike. Really like this bike. I really liked the other one, but you know, this one, it seems more refined. I'm not sure how much these are now, but they must be 20-odd thousand pound. Sorry, got something in my mouth. Yeah, especially for this one because this is the highest grade. So yeah, it's got to be 20, 21, 22. I didn't ask because the actual dealers were very busy. So while I'm on that subject, big shout out to onyerbike over in Wadston for letting me ride this. So thanks very much for those. If you ever want to test ride this bike in particular, you can go over there. As long as you've got a fresh license, you can take them out. Sorry, not fresh license, a clean license. You can take out bikes like this. But yeah, anyway. Let's have a little sit down. I don't know how well you're going to see this on this camera, but switch gear is kind of the same. TFT dash is really nice, but it's kind of like a mixture of the two. It's like a TFT and an analog, which I really like. First impression sitting on the bike, I'm about 6 foot tall, not sure what my inseam is, and I'm flat foot in both feet, so it's not a hard bike to actually sit on. But anyway, start up. Got a nice little thing, nothing too fancy. But on the last one, it used to be this little button here. You used to press that, and that would turn that up and down. See, I've actually put it in rain mode without even knowing what I was doing. So this little button here, and that's now the mode button. You have to press and hold it to go into all like the display, the clock, service, Bluetooth units, blah 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 blah. And I think then you press the mode button again. So you go up and down with that one, press the mode button again to go into what you want, and then you can change your lamp settings and loads and quick shifter. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. I think the come out of it is that one there. How the hell have I don't even know how I've put it. See, now it's that one. It's the preset now which turns it from night to day mode. So things have changed. Am I in rain mode or am I not in rain mode? I actually don't know. Let me start. I don't know how you actually. So the bike's only done 16 miles. It's brand spanking new. Hang on a sec. Same way starting up, you just pull this down like every sort of modern bike now. But I don't actually know how the hell I've. Right. Oh, that's the cruise control, which you can see is a little light in that corner there of the dash, on and off. Heated grips. Apparently, when that flashes, flashing 3 times. I think that's level 3. You press it again, flashes twice. It's level 2. Flashes once, level 1. I'm not sure if that's hottest to coldest or what. I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of annoying that it flashes. I'm not sure I like that. What am I doing here? And if you look, right, when you have this preload button here, and there's a little thing there of a man with luggage, right? If you press and hold it, that will change to 2 men plus luggage, or 2 people, sorry, and you actually feel the bike underneath you rising up, getting stiffer. Like, I can feel it getting higher, and then when you press and hold it again, and it goes to say one person, you feel it squatting down. It's got like hydraulics, like, you know, like the gangster cars over in America, all those hydraulic bouncers. Feels like those. Not sure which one I had it on before. I'm probably going to put it on one with luggage to make the back end a bit... No, I don't want to do that. To make the back end a little bit stiffer. I just now need to figure out how the hell to change that rain mode. But I'm going to turn off for a sec and I'm going to get that sorted. Right, I'm back. Got it sorted. It's these two mode buttons. When you press them, it just changes the thing on the road, like the your settings, like your ODO and all that sort of stuff. If you press and hold it, it will go, you know, road, sport, and then once it's reached the top, like sport, it won't go up. So then you have to come back down to road, and you have to come back down to rain. Okay. Start it back up again. So yeah, let me have a quick walk round with the bike running. Still love the single-sided swing arm. That little hub bit there I still think is gorgeous. Yeah, I'm still not sure on the rear end. Sorry, just putting my visor down. The actual license plate thing, still don't think it's too bad. I quite like the look of the steel trellis frame, it's nice. I like the supercharger sign, I think that's really cool. I think that's cooler than my one on my H2. That's cool, I like that one. So far, the brakes as well, those Brembos, been really nice. Even though, as I said, the bike is brand spanking new, got a nice feel to them. So, yeah. I really like it. Feels really nice. Got plenty of power. I don't even know. I might have even been in road mode. I don't know. Sounds quite nice. Don't know if you can hear the chirps. Hear that? Don't know. It seems to me... Hang on, this... it seems to me that the little chirpy bits, like the actual supercharger chirps, aren't as the same sound as on the H2. Sounds a bit weird. The H2 ones seem a bit higher pitched to me. Don't know if it's just me, but yeah, this sounds quite quiet. Anyway, I'm going to get out on the road. I think that's enough of a little walk around and a little explanation of the switch gear. It seems quite easy. It was a bit awkward for us the other day, but for now, I'm going to get off. I'm going to get back on the road and I'm going to give it a little ride. I won't be going crazy because, as I said, 16 miles, brand new tyres, brand new brakes. Yeah, you're a bit of a dick, aren't you? If you push a brand new spanking new bike to any sort of limit, you're a bit of an idiot. But anyway, I'm signing off for a sec and I'll be back. Bye. Hello again, Dead by Davy's back. Right, I'm out on the road now, and I've just put the bike on sport. I just want to see how bad it is or how good it is. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, it does pull like a train, that's for sure. Ah, me. One thing I do notice is the quick shifter and blipper still buttery smooth as they were the last time. God, it's quite impressive power actually. Mind you, that is in sport mode, don't forget. That is the highest mode that it can be, so yeah, bloody good. Powerful. Even in like, let's have a quick look, like front brakes really good. Oh, behind me. Back brake, it'll slow you, but it's not great. Now, let's do a little bit of acceleration again. It's quite addictive. Just obviously have to be a bit careful because it's a brand new bike, brand new tyres. Yeah, that's a fast bike. Everything so far seems really nice. Mirrors are nice. Brakes are good. Seating position is, it's nice. It's not uncomfortable. I don't feel like I'm really cramped over. I feel comfortable. It's a nice, comfortable place to be. It's, yeah. My knees are up high. You know, really up high and snug into the tank. But I don't feel like there's an excessive amount of weight on my shoulders, or no, sorry, on my wrists. Yeah, it feels okay. The wind is kind of hitting me in my shoulders. I can feel it either side of my neck. It's not buffeting, it's not bad. And you also have to remember, I am wearing a Super Adventure crash helmet here, so I've got a peak on. So yeah, any sort of like strong winds, I'm just going to get blasted around. So if it feels quite comfortable with a helmet with like this on, then yeah, it can't be too bad. It would be nice with a normal crash helmet. I'm not sure on power wise with these. I think most of them, well, they say they come with like 200 brake horsepower now, so it wouldn't surprise me if it's going to come with 200 brake. It certainly feels like a fast bike. I can't judge MPG because obviously I've only ridden it like a few miles. I can't really give it a review because car in the bush, because you can't review something on an hour's ride, you know, you just can't. So but at the moment, first impressions are really nice. It kind of feels, I said this about the other one, it's got like a ZZR 1400 sort of like a turbine feel into it. It feels very grunty, very sort of relaxed to ride, but you could just go nuts on it. You can just wind the throttle on and it will, you know, warp speed will be achieved quite quickly. You know, it's a nice place to be. The switch gear is all nice, it's got everything you need, cruise control, cornering lights. I'm not sure, I think it does have all the cornering ABS and all that stuff, but I'm not sure on that. I think a modern bike probably will have. Yeah, it's really nice. It's a bit hard at the moment to say, you know, the brakes are a bit shit or whatever, because it's a brand new bike, and obviously the brakes are going to be a little bit wooden. But the front brakes they feel really nice. The back one, yeah. Mind you, I think I've only ever ridden one bike where I've actually thought, wow, that back brake's pretty good. And that's my Super Adventure S, and I think that's because it's got like a normal bike's 2-piston or 4-piston, I think it's 2-piston on the rear, so it actually stops like a front brake. But you still can't judge them because it's brand new. Anyway, so I'm in 6th, ticking over at 3,500 RPM, 50 mile an hour. And it will just accelerate. It's very smooth, very, very smooth. This is what I meant by the sort of turbine feeling, where it just kind of feels like there's not unending power, but there's power there on tap if you need it. It's the sort of bike that you could certainly get some crazy speeds up. It was when I was buying my Super Duke GT, it was this and the GT that I was interested in. I wasn't really interested in any other bikes. And I went for the GT because hang on a sec, let's get past this guy. I went for the GT because I got such a good deal on it. Not for any other reason, just because I got a good deal. You know, I got a fair few thousand knocked off, so. But I still think this bike would probably suit me better. It's a very, very easy bike to ride. Mind you, that's not saying anything bad about the GT. The KTM, you know, they're very easy bikes to ride too. You know, it's just preferences. I probably would have got this just because I prefer inline fours to V-twins. So, yeah. It seems very well refined. It really, really does. The engine is almost lazy. I hate to say that sort of stuff, you know, it's got a lazy engine. But it does feel lazy. You could be quite lazy, you know. Hang on, let's do this. Right, I'm in 5th gear, and I'm not even doing anywhere near the speed limit. The speed limit's 40 here, but I'm doing 30. Slow down a bit. Yeah, so I'm doing 30 odd mile an hour. Let's do like the 30 mile an hour test actually. Yeah, look, see, it's fine. Hang on, I think I'm coming into a 30, I might as well do it here. But look, see, it will just accelerate. It's fine. So right, 30 mile an hour speed limit here. Right. 5th gear, doing 29. And it's ticking over at 2000 RPM. Feels fine, there's not an issue. Feels nice, easy to ride. I just realised I'm on my last bar of fuel, which is a little bit annoying. And you have to also remember that this is actually also on sports mode. I'm going to show that. It's actually on sports mode, so it's the actual sensitive throttle. You know, if you could be on 5th gear at 30 mile an hour without it juddering backwards and forwards, it seems like the fueling is really sorted out. That's how weird is that? It's a GT. You alright, buddy? He's alright, that's good. Yeah, it just seems it's nice and easy to ride. I really like it. If I was in the market for a bike, but it's a very expensive market, see what I mean? At 5th gear, just slowly winding it on, just accelerates, no issues at all. Wind it on a bit more, and there you have that warp speed that I was talking about. Yeah, if I was in a market and you had like, you know, 20 grand to spare, I would like this. 100% this is in the top 3 easily. For now, of course, because you have this one, which obviously has the upgraded brakes, upgraded suspension, it's probably got more upgrades, obviously it's got different paint and all that sort of stuff. The other ones are probably going to go down in price. The SSXE SE, the green one with the other TFT dash, I can't remember how much they are. I think they're going for about 16, 17 grand. But the other one, let's get past him. Cheers, buddy. Thank you very much. The black one, just the SX, that was in On Your Bike showroom at 13 grand. And that's not really, you know, it's not a downgrade. It's just not got like the TFT dash. It's got the normal old H2 dash. That's a little bit of a bargain. You don't get like the panniers with it. You don't get them sort of things. But you know, it's a lot of bike for the money. It is a lot of bike for that money. See, this is one thing I hate when you have vans on the road like this, because you can't see through them. You can't see fuck all. Like, there could be a car in front. You don't know. They just take up all the roads. You can't see shit. You always have to get stuck behind some van, don't you? Yeah, so far, the bike, I love it. And I hate to say it, because every single bike I actually ride, I actually have a feeling that I'm always like, oh, I love that bike. But the thing is, I do love bikes. It's hard for me to say I don't like a bike, because I like bikes. Now, let's get past this guy. Yeah, this is a weapon, it really is. Feels very stable in the corners, even though, as I say, it's probably got 20 miles on these tyres. I'm the first person to probably ride it in any sort of anger. I'll tell you what, it's nice. It kind of lulls you in though. It's a very easy bike to do some crazy speeds on. It would lull you in and make you feel like you're doing 50 or 60 mile an hour, where in fact you're doing a lot more than that. Right, I'm going to sign off for a sec. And then get somewhere else. And then, as I said, seeing as I'm on my last bar of fuel, I'll probably start thinking about heading back, and then I'll do my final thoughts and kind of final review of the bike. Right, see you in a sec. Alright, I thought while I was here, I would change it, like the actual ride setting. So I've changed it to road. 5th gear, 30 mile an hour. Feels very nice. I don't know if it's going to accelerate the same as on the sports, but the actual throttle feels really nice. It doesn't feel snatchy. I thought if I would have put it on sport, I thought the throttle was going to be really, really snatchy, on edge the whole time, because I am here at 5th at 30. I am just touching the actual beginning of the throttle. So, but there is no juddering. It's very, very, very smooth. See it accelerated up to 40, no problem at all. Going to 6th. See, that was like a quick shift, and there's no juddering at all. I've noticed lower down in the RPMs you might get one. I've had a slight judder changing using the quick shifter between, say, 3rd and 4th and 4th and 5th at lower RPMs. But yeah, I honestly don't see what anyone would want, what more you would want in a bike than this. I really don't. I think the looks, I quite like them. They've grown on me. At first I didn't like them, but looks are always subjective. You can't actually say, oh, you know, that's the best looking bike ever, because for you it might be, but someone might look at it and think, not for me, because that was what makes life interesting. That's what makes life what it is, because everyone's different, everyone likes different stuff. That's more important than getting a bike that everyone else likes. I've always thought, looks wise, you don't look at it when you're riding it, do you? So if the engine's nice, seating position's nice, it fulfills all of your needs, if all of that is ticked, if all those boxes are ticked, then the bike is pretty much perfect for you. And you know, you don't sit there, you wash the bike, yes, but you don't sit there looking at it when you're riding. So why people care about what the bike looks like when it's going along, I'm not sure I'm like that. I understand that, I'm not bothered by that. I do understand when it's a nice looking bike and you want that feeling when you open the garage, you want it to be like, oh yeah, that's mine, that's my bike. I get that, but at the same time it's like, you know, do you want to commute on some Exotica Ducati? Would you want to commute on a V4 Ducati? No, you wouldn't, would you? Or an old 916? No, you wouldn't. You know, they're the sort of bikes that you want to actually open up the garage and just think, oh yeah, that's mine. Let's go down here a sec. I'll come back and go that way in a minute. So yeah, road mode seems very nice. Very nice actually. So hang on, 5th gear, 30 mile an hour, national speed limit there. I think this road's fucking horrible with bumps though, so it's a good test of the suspension. Right, slowly rolling on. I'm not rolling on hard. Yeah, no struggles, just acceleration. So that's fine. Road mode, more than enough. So come off the throttle, ugh. Press and hold down, and that should take me to rain. Yep. Right, let's see what this is like then. You could definitely feel you need to twist the throttle more. You can definitely feel that, but it's still not slow. Oh man, this road is bad. Right, so hang on a sec. Right, so I'm in 5th. I'll slow down to 30, there's no cars behind. Quite pretty here. Right, rolling on. Yeah, see, still accelerates, still goes. You have to definitely turn the throttle more, you have to twist it a lot more. It's not like it's not powerful anymore, it just kind of requires more throttle input to get the output, which is fine. These roads around here, they're covered in so much dust. Right, I'm going to spin it round and head back the other way. I'll be back. Right, just spun round. I've put the bike back in sport mode, and I must say you can still ride it at 30 mile an hour, but you can feel there's definitely more of an urgency for it to want to go. yeah, it's not really ideal for town riding, but it's, well, anyone that's ridden a modern fly-by-wire bike, fly-by-wire throttle on a bike, knows the differences between, like, you know, rain and then like the sport. And the sport is normally really twitchy. When you use like a Yamaha one, I'm gonna say an R1 or like the MT10, it's really, really twitchy, really aggressive. This kind of is aggressive, but at the same time it's not. It's still very, very usable. It's not too bad, you know. I mean, fourth, pulling away at 20, bit of clutch and it's fine. So, and that is just rolling on the throttle just a tiny bit. I could probably ride this bike in sport 90% of the time. Be fine with that. The problem is it does build speed quick, like a bit more of a twist in sit and look, and you're moving along a bit faster than you want it to. But it's just a shame these bikes don't sound great in their normal guise. They sound lovely when they've actually got a system on. There's a guy over in Australia, his company's called Van Diemen, and he makes titanium exhaust for a select few bikes. He makes them for this, and they sound like the H2 obviously when it's done, but my god, it sounds fucking epic. It sounds so nice. Don't know if I can go up here, but I'm going to. Oh, that wasn't nice. Right. Right, so let's do the fifth in at 30 again. Sport mode. So this is the most aggressive. It's alright, mate. Just wheel across into where I need to go. Dick. Right. Probably avoiding bumps in the road. Right, rolling on now. See, and that's instant speed, and I'm only at 6,000 RPM there. Hardly touching it. Using the blipper, braking the engine a bit. Yeah, see what I mean there, that jolt. It's very aggressive at the early inputs in the lower gears. Very aggressive at early input. Yeah, that's a fast bike. Fast bike. That is super bike performance without a doubt. Without a doubt. Back brake definitely seems a bit better now. I think I've bedded it in just a little. Stay where you are, thank you. Handled that bump there better than my KTM did the other day, mind you. Yeah, the front wheel came up, I had all panniers and top box and everything on it, and they were full of shit. So anyway, these people are kind of ruining my ride. Let's get past them. Take way too long. So, final thoughts on the bike. It's cracking. Crack-a-lacking. It's still, you know, it's changing the dash actually, backwards and forwards from white to black, seeing which I prefer. Still very fast. Let's get past him. Still fast. Very easy to ride, fast. Yeah, it's nice. I do love these roads around here. The problem is with them is all the shit in the middle of the road. Yeah, I love the bike. I love the first one that I rode, the SSXE, but the SSXE Plus is definitely better, but I'm not sure of the price differences, and I don't know what exactly the differences are in the bikes. I know the SSXE, you do get the cruise control, you do get, you know, heated grips and that sort of stuff, and the panniers and things. I know you don't get the semi-active suspension. Pretty sure you don't get those nice Brembos. So, you know, if the difference is, say, you know, if you get the SSXE for, say, 17 grand and this is close to 20, then you're talking £3,000 difference between the two, and the differences might just be suspension and brakes, which to a lot of people are the most important part of a bike. So personally, I don't think, even if you just got the original SX, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. I haven't ridden that, but the actual guts of the bike, the actual soul of it, is still going to be the same as these. So if you're on a penny, you know, trying to count your pennies, you can quite easily just buy the normal SX. And believe me, once this comes out and gets readily available, the SXs, the black one with the normal dash, you're going to pick those up cheap. Just like, as I said, the one over at onyerbike, that's got 2.5, 3 grand off. You know, you're going to find that everywhere, because, well, people might buy them, but they're more likely to steer towards these, even though, like, you're going to be paying a premium. So if you think this might be £6,000 or £7,000 more, to some people that would be fine. It might be worth it, especially over like the stock one, like just the normal plain SX. I don't know what I would do. I really like this dash though. The TFT dash with the analog on the side, I think, is really nice. Really, really nice. So, to summarise, well, I've only ridden the bike for 20 odd miles, so certainly can't say, oh, it's the best bike I've ever ridden, it's amazing, it's blah 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 blah. I can only just give an initial reactions review of how I feel about this bike. Let's just pull in here at the Grand Lodge grain store, which I've been here before. And then turn it off and see what happens. Seems a little finicky to get neutral. I think it's just my thick boots. So, first impressions are really, really nice. I was really surprised and happy with the other one, so I'm not surprised and shocked that I actually really like this one. Got it all dirty now. Sorry, Tone. Tyres, not sure what they are, but they're nice. It's quite confidence inspiring. Still get the centre stand. I believe that's where the luggage goes into. It's kind of everything you want, really, but it's kind of a bike. Oh, it's pretty over here. It's a bike you can use on a regular basis, because obviously once you've got the panniers and stuff and cruise control and heated grips, you could use it as much as you want, but yet it's also got the crazy performance. So to me, I think it's kind of a win-win-win, to be honest. I don't really think there's many bad points about it. As I said, looks are subjective. Some people like the looks, some people don't. The front of it, I'm still not sure on. Some person said on the other review that I did that it looks like a cobra getting ready to strike, because I was saying it kind of looks like an animal, but I don't know which one. And I can see that actually. It kind of does look like a cobra with its fins out. So, yeah. So to me, I think everything's good. Mirrors are good. Brakes, well, they're Brembos. Not sure if they're the Brembos, you know, not the cheap Brembos, but the actual official ones, but they feel it. Engine is stonking still, considering it's, 40 miles on it. It still pulls like a train. It's nuts. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about these bikes is the exhaust. Cheers, buddy. He was just checking I'm alright. Yeah. Only thing I don't like is the exhaust and rear light. Exhaust would change anyway. Rear light, there's not much you can do about that. It's all right, but I don't know. It just doesn't really float my boat. Personal preference and personal taste. But things like the license plate hanger, I don't think that's too bad. I could probably live with that because other ones are, you know, right out here. So anyway, I'm going to go take this back now. Yeah. So to me, really good bike. Would I give it a 10 out of 10? I probably would, to be honest with you. It would be a bike I would seriously consider if I was looking at this sort of a bike and it was in my price range. Anyway, I'm going to go and take this back to On Your Bike. Once again, thank you to the lads and the ladies over at On Your Bike, over in Wadston. They've got many bikes over there: Aprilias, Motor Guzzies, Kawasaki's, Ducatis. Tons of bikes over there that you can test ride. As I said, just bring over your license, clean license, and you can go out on a ride. It's very busy at weekends though, so if you want to test ride at a weekend, yeah, you might be lingering around a while. So for now, I'm going to go and get another bike to test ride. I just thought, while I'm doing the last final walk around, I should actually show you what's under the seat, something I used to do. So anyway, under the rear seat, there ain't much room. Let's just put that there. Actually, I'm going to put it on the floor. I don't want to scratch the bike. There ain't much room. You've got a toolbox here, but it looks like they've taken everything out of it so someone doesn't steal it. There's hardly anything in there. There's another thing there. Doesn't feel like there's anything in that. So you've got a bit of a compartment there to put stuff in. Got your fuses. Got a notice there about your data tagging. So obviously the bike comes data tagged. And then that's under the front, like the rider seat. Yeah, that's where the battery is. Battery's nice and easy to get to, which is good. Yeah, that's very normal. Putting it back on is simple as taking it off. The one thing I did notice actually was when I was taking it off, where the key goes, it's very flimsy. Have I found a bad point? You know, when you put it in there, it's not like it's made a difference. It's just a bit of plastic, so whatever. Anyway, that's it. Under seat review, done.